Gotta get all this stuff head up before that storm gets here. Looks like it's getting close. It's gonna start pouring down soon. Plug my monitor in. Check, check. Alrighty. Stuff packed away so we don't take any extra damage. Actually, wouldn't mind a little bit of rain right about now. These bugs out here are not a joke at all. Should have my small tarp in here. Pull this baby out with all the lead cords that are already on it. I don't really have much of a plan on how I'm going to string this up yet. I didn't think about it that far. Figure something out. I feel like I need to adjust the camera a little bit though. A little bit on the close side. That should capture most of the action. I'm actually going to unplug the headphones out of there for now. I don't need to monitor the audio. It sounds good to me. Let's get these cords put up. Gonna string up. I guess I'm going to take this corner around here. Wrap it up. What are we caught on over here? Let's not damage the tarp. That would be an issue. And then triangulate this baby somewhere over here probably. I've got a spot right here I can tie off to. I'm not really worried about getting wet, but I don't want the camera equipment or the batteries or my pack to get wet. At least that wouldn't be ideal, that's for sure. We'll take this, cinch that baby right there. We'll grab this, kind of string her out over this way somewhere maybe. I bet you there's a stump or something right in here I can hook to. There is, but it's kind of right like there. This doesn't have to be fancy. As long as it keeps the stuff dry, that's all I'm worried about right now. We got there. This could have been put at a lot better of an angle, that's for sure. I was not thinking that through very well. Cord's not long enough. Hook her right here. We'll just tie this one however we can tie it. If I have to cut it later, it is what it is. It's just a small piece of bank line. Nothing but a little piece of cord. I'm gonna undo this one real quick and pull it. Well, maybe if I can get it off here, we're gonna pull it off. I want to string it around this base of this tree right here. And that right there is literally all I need. That will keep water and anything else from getting on my stuff. I've got a poncho. I ain't even worried about the rain. We're here to try to catch some fish. So I'm going to try to readjust the camera. Over this way. Maybe about right here. Something like that. Maybe. We'll bring it down. Huh. Now that I've got somewhat of protection, don't honestly know how well this is gonna hold up. This corner over here needs adjusted. There we go. Nothing's gonna get wet now. Well, other than the camera, if it starts raining, but we'll worry about that when it happens. Set up my rod. I'm just gonna start out with first thing I want to do is I want to adjust you. Let's pull you out of the tripod real quick. Put you right there. We're gonna try this little pink jig with a little spinner on the end of it. Something shiny. There's a lot of algae on this pond. But I know there's fish in here. And I know they probably have to be hungry. So it's worth a go. If I can cast without getting in this tree. Well, that was quick. I got in the tree first cast. My best bet would be some type of live bait. Oh! I had a nibble already, but I was caught in the tree, so I couldn't secure the fish. Oh, that locust that just came by, that would make some really good bait. We might have to try to get a hold of one of those. catch a largemouth or something on one of those. I figure with the storm trying to come through, we've got pretty good odds of catching a tree if I don't stop, but we got pretty good odds of catching something. Definitely, I don't have hardly any room to cast right here, which isn't great. Yeah, I'm just successfully catching twigs right now. Let's leave that line on the twig. Maybe we'll get a fish while it's on the twig. No luck there. If all else fails, I will get some live bait of some kind. I don't exactly know where or what it will be, but we'll get something. Huh. Might try moving spots. There's another opening right over here to the right. Oh, well, I spoke too soon. That was a good hit right there. Come back. Huh. Maybe we'll try a different approach. Yes. It's unfortunate, but you kind of have to play with whatever cards you're dealt and whatever you got. Maybe. So far, I'm really good at catching twigs. About the only way I can get a good cast is to get down on my knees, open up the gap a little bit, and then even then I'm catching little twigs and stuff down here. It definitely might be worth searching for something I can put on a cork. We've got a small couple of nibbles. One of those locusts or a grub. Don't know if I'll have any. Ooh. Well, that might have actually been moss. I don't think that was a fish. A grub or a worm or something. I see some debris over here. Looks like maybe an old tarp. We'll go check that old tarp. There could be a worm of some kind under here. There could also be a rattlesnake. So I want to be careful with that. It looks like a prime spot for something. Not seeing anything usable. Hey, there's a snail with nothing in it. That's not gonna work. That's a bust there. No luck there. We could try. Let's go down and check on some of these logs down here. A lot of times you get into this dead wood like that, and you'll end up finding some grubs or something like that. We'll see what we get though. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to... The mic's not one to... The transceiver for the microphone's not one to sit on here very well. Probably should put a small piece of duct tape to hold it on. I'm thinking this right over here though. This log right here is going to be a prime candidate. I'm about to just ditch the tripod while we're back here though. Let's see what we can find underneath here. Set you guys up right here for a second. I don't know if I can actually angle you down far enough to even see what I got going on, but maybe if we adjust you just right. Yeah, it's okay. I'm just gonna look under this dead wood real quick. Yeah, this looks like really prime dirt for bugs and stuff. It's quite a heavy log. Oh boy, no. We don't want to mess with those. Those aren't grubs. Those are fire ants. A whole bunch of them. Let's see. Let's try one more of some type of spot. Oh yeah. I really don't know that I want to mess with this right now, to be honest though. Here's an old like roof to a shed or something from, oh man, I bet you that's at least got to be 80 years old probably. I don't know, that may only be 50, 60 years old because it looks like it's got a steel roof and everything. We're not going to mess with that right now though. I think the odds of a snake living inside of there are pretty high right now. I'm not really in a good spot to be getting bit and trying to get out of here afterwards, so we're not going to mess with that. So far though, no luck with any live bait. We did run a locust out of one of these trees. If I could find one of those, oh, I can definitely hear them. They're so hard to see. They like camouflage perfectly into the trees. Huh. I've never seen this species of mushroom around here before. Look how vibrant red those are. Wow. Something tells me you probably would not want to eat that. So, no luck with the live bait gathering. Let me go see what I have in the tackle box. We might have something in the tackle box that can work. Here comes the rain. We might be busting the poncho out at this rate. I've got some those. They're called like, they call them salmon eggs or whatever. Yeah, salmon eggs. They're not real salmon eggs, obviously, but they're an artificial bait. They smell very fishy. They smell like they probably do pretty good. We could rig one of these up and try it. We are about to get wet too, that's for sure. Honestly though, not too bad so far. It's raining, but I'm gonna grab the camera. I'm gonna bring it up over here underneath the tarp while the rain's going. Let me collapse you down a couple notches. Collapse you down here. Set the camera up. Honestly, probably gonna bring it down another notch because we don't need any height right now while we're underneath here. We could be just like this. Just kind of chilling. Hopefully everything's visible now while we're setting this up. We didn't have no luck with the pink jig. We'll swap out and try one of these artificial salmon eggs and see if we can't get something to bite on that. I like to tie my hooks on with several different knots. Kind of just depends on the style of hook or lure, whatever seems the most convenient. This is such a small eye, I'll probably just use more of the standard fisherman's knot, improved cinch knot, whatever you want to call it. I'll twist around about 6-7 times. Feed my line through that hole, just like that. And then I'll run her back through the other hole. Wet it. Pull it all down tight. That gives you a nice secure knot. You ain't gonna have to worry about nothing pulling that off. This line will break way before that knot gives. I don't normally bite my line, but this is really thin, like 4 or 5 pound test, so I'll just go ahead and bite it. Now I'm gonna take this cork, slide her up on her. Like so. We got her on there. Take a couple of these artificial little salmon eggy things. They're just like little balls that have a fish scent to them. I was worried about that rain, but it's apparently already pretty much stopped. Wow, these do not hook very well. They're very soft. Quite an interesting smell too, I'm gonna say that. Okay, now we got that rigged up. I just took like 2 of them on there. That'll work for now. It's not pouring anymore, so I ain't afraid to pull the camera out. We'll go back down by the water and see if we can't catch something. Well, I might be taking the tarp with us. Okay. We're gonna try this spot right over here where we were earlier. I caught a stick already. It's better than nothing, I'll take it. Squat down right here. Well, it is still pouring a little bit. It's not raining, but it's sprinkling. Question is, will my tripod stay? We're gonna see. Okay. So far it's staying. I hope you don't fall forward because you might be in the water if you do. We're gonna toss these eggs out here. Probably honestly all the farther I need to be. And hopefully if we're lucky enough, we'll get something. Where's my battery at? I got about 20% battery. Have to plug up for a little while and get some charge on that baby here in about 15 minutes or so. I feel like with this slight bit of rain though that we would have a good chance. Hot in Missouri? Yeah. Actually, I'm in southeast Kansas, so I'm not too far away from Missouri. It's about a 20-minute drive for me to hit the Kansas-Missouri line. It's humid, but the storms coming through have kind of cooled it off a little bit. I don't know what the temperature is right now. I'd say it's probably around 90, but it definitely doesn't feel as hot as it has for the last few days. I'm afraid though, once this rain passes through, if it does and when, I haven't checked the radar, that's going to make it more humid. Whoa! We just had a bass hit the bobber. That would have been nice if it was the hook, but I'm going to have to put a treble hook on my bobber. Okay, well, we're catching trees. That's what we're catching today. You got to love when you hook a tree and you look like you don't know what you're doing on camera. It's okay. This is really uncleared out around here. I gotta go get another salmon egg real quick. My bad if I didn't respond to your message in time, Ozark. I was re-rigging up. I need to get away where I could see the messages better. Right now I'm live streaming off of my phone, so I don't have any way to look at the messages without actually getting behind the tripod and checking it. I wish there was a way on YouTube for it to read them out loud as people send them. As long as they're not sending anything vulgar that would get me in trouble, I'd be able to hear people when they message me, at least that way. There we go. That's the kind of cast we're looking for right there. I'm feeling confident in a fish on this one. It's amazing how thick these cedar trees are above me. I barely even feel these raindrops. It's getting kind of windy though. I might be in for it here in a second, honestly. This might go from a casual Sunday fishing stream into a tornado stream real fast. I'll take it over the 100-degree heat index of yesterday with 0 wind though. You know, I didn't think about that. I do have a tablet. I don't know if I could hotspot it and still have enough data for both the tablet and the phone, but that's actually worth a try probably. I'm going to be depressed if the only bite I get is on the bobber. That's a disappointing... Oh, never mind. There's a fish. We got one on. Feels pretty decent too. This might be a bass, not a sunfish. It is. It's a largemouth. We got us a nice little largie. Let's go. I'm not skunked. If it goes off now, it's proof it's on the bank for at least a second. And he broke off. Well, I knew I should have brought something with stronger than... I don't even know what this is. This is like 2 pound, maybe 4 pound test if I'm lucky. That's okay. I actually still got the hook back too, so we're good. I don't know if that was on video, but I'm counting it. It was on land for about 2 seconds. I'm about to switch up though and put a little bit of a larger hook on. If we're going to be catching largies, I might as well prepare for those instead. Oh boy. These are slightly larger hooks. That one I had barely hooked in the lip. I'm afraid though, if those are what I'm going to be catching, they're going to swallow these little hooks. It's a good thing I'm not out here trying to feed myself, otherwise I was a major fail there. I called it too. I was like, this is going to break if I grab it like this, and I still did it. It's like, don't touch it, it's hot. Oh, yep, I still touched it. Locusts are getting riled up about something. They must not like that storm coming either. Okay, we got a slightly larger hook. I went ahead and put 3 of those little things on there this time. I bought these for actually fishing in a spring-fed river that's in Missouri for trout. I've never used them for bass or bluegill, but apparently they work. Little pond like this, though, I guess just about anything can bite anything. I'm not sure if I'm out there far enough. The current or 11 point? What are those? I think I have my stream delay set on a pretty large delay. I might try to change that. I wonder if I can make it 20 seconds. It's probably like 60 by default. Looks like something might have picked those up already. Got a drink in my hand. I better be ready. Rivers, that's what I thought. I've never heard of those. I went to a place called Roaring River State Park. They stock trout in the. They have like a fish hatchery there. I don't know if you're anywhere near that or have heard of that before. But anyway, I've actually been there a few times. It's pretty fun. I usually go past the park. They have some areas where you can fish where their fish aren't necessarily stocked, but they kind of get flushed down the river. I'm not a huge fan of fishing stocked areas where somebody's man-made stocked it. I feel like that takes some of the fun out. I prefer to go out and try to find the wild fish that nobody's catching. Don't get me wrong, it's cool to see hundreds of them swimming around in puddles, but a half as wide as this pond. Especially when they don't want to bite nothing because they're so used to people throwing lures at them. I set my tarp up there to protect my pack and all my batteries and camera equipment, and I should have put it down here by the water and just set everything under there so I could be sitting under it too. Oh well. I'm really not getting that wet. I'm just wishing I had my charger from my phone. I'll have to look those up and see how far away I am. I'm definitely down for some fish trips to try some new places. All of the rivers where I live, there is some rock on the bottom of them, but they're very murky and muddy. And I don't know, they just have a different feel to them when you fish them. They're okay for channel cat, flatheads, and blues and stuff like that. But I never seem to have any luck with anything like crappie or bass or anything else. I enjoy a lot of the parts of Missouri, like in the Ozarks parts where you guys have all those crystal clear rock bottom rivers. I don't tend to have nothing like that close by where I live. Here comes the lightning. I can't believe I haven't had another bite on these. Let me make sure. Okay, I still have some on there. I was starting to wonder. There we go. That was a good cast. Yeah, I've heard of those places before. I must have been close to that river before. Trying to think what rivers I've been on in Missouri. I've been on the Elk River, the Little Nianga, the Sac River. I've even floated Roaring River when it was flooded, but usually it's too shallow to actually put a kayak in. I feel like there's one more too, but I can't think of which one it is. I might go set up underneath the tarp for a few minutes. I need to plug the phone into the battery bank and let her get charged up. While I'm doing that, you might see what the weather is doing. Pull out the poncho. The storm is getting with it now, though. I like it. I'll take rain and rain and thunder over 100-degree weather any day. Pull this over here, put you guys up underneath here. South Carolina, what's up, man? I've been to South Carolina one time about 10 years ago. I went to Myrtle Beach, checked it out. I'm not a huge fan of big public areas like Myrtle Beach, but I did enjoy the landscape and going through the Appalachian Mountains to get to where I went. It's very beautiful. I'm just not much of a city person or a beach person. Wild horses. Dude, that's cool. I've never actually seen wild horses out before. I've always wanted to go somewhere like Montana. I didn't even realize there was wild horses in Missouri. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to unplug my mic to plug the charger in. You guys will have to let me know if the audio comes back. It should come back. It's just going to be... It'll be iPhone microphone audio instead of my mic for a little while we get some charge on her. Pop her out of there like that. Alright, we are charging. Let me know, though, if the audio comes back. I don't know if it will automatically switch over to my phone's default microphone or if it will just kill the audio. White and silver. My stepdad had a silver mare. She was beautiful. One of the smartest horses I'd ever seen. Super calm, friendly. We never really rode her much or anything, but he had her more just like a home pet than anything. Big 1,200-pound dog, basically. Sweet, I hope it does switch automatically. I don't do a lot of live streaming on YouTube. This is the first time I've done it on this YouTube channel. I wasn't sure if it would or not. I used to do some Twitch streaming. I have a disc golf YouTube channel too that I streamed on a little bit, but trying to think if there's anything cool we can do while we're waiting for the rain to go away. I guess I could show you guys my battery bank that I got. This is one of the reasons I'm out here is I'm testing out this battery bank I bought. I bought the 110 watt solar panel that came with it as well. It's a 1500 watt one. It's been working amazing, and it will charge some stuff. Holy crap. I was running a fan off of it, my speaker, my phone, and my laptop and everything yesterday, and it literally took 2% of the battery off of it in like 4 hours. Believe it or not, it may not look like it, but there is actually a railroad tracks that run through the middle of the woods where I'm at, not that far away. It is loud sometimes. The rain is getting wow. I'm gonna look in here real quick. Flip you around this way. Thought I had some coffee in here somewhere. Not actually brought in that stuff. It's honestly the time of day where I don't necessarily need coffee anyways. Charleston beaches. Yeah, Myrtle Beach was it was very brown looking. I just noticed your message up there, buddy. Actually, I didn't swim too much while I was at Myrtle Beach. I'm just a redneck from the middle of the U.S. I went out there and I didn't know exactly how to fish in the ocean. I just bought me a large spinning reel, biggest hook, biggest weight, biggest line I could find, and threw the biggest chunk of bait I could catch with a cast net into the water. Apparently, you're not supposed to fish for sharks off of that beach. but I didn't know what I was fishing for. I was just wanting to catch the biggest fish possible. And where I live, if you want to catch a big fish, use a big bait. I ended up catching a couple of 5-foot sand sharks while I was there. I like some afternoon coffee myself, but I've kind of been on a kick with these Coke Zeros recently. I don't know how safe diet soda is for you, but I don't drink regular soda, so at least I get some caffeine that way and avoid all the excess sugar and calories of a regular soda. Surprised I didn't go to jail? Well, I'm glad I didn't go to jail. This, like I said, this has been 10 years ago. Is it more illegal now than it was then, or was I just lucky? I think I'm past the statute of limitations at this point, I would imagine. I didn't keep any of them. I catch and release them. Both of the sharks I caught, I mounted them like an alligator, removed the hook with some long needle nose pliers, and I put them back into the water. There was actually locals that thought I was crazy that probably see people catch fish all the time. They're like, I can't believe you're just going to do that. And I was like, I'm not keeping it. I'm letting it go. I wouldn't have even known how to begin to clean a shark. Plus, I've never had shark. I didn't know if it was even worth eating or not. Turns out if I was breaking the law, that's probably a good thing. Nothing like admitting to a crime on a live stream. Luckily, it was a really long time ago, so I'm not really too worried about it. Should have made us a little fire or something. Lightning has been detected in your area. Yeah. I'm aware of that, Weather Channel. Hey, I feel like, considering the way I handled the situation anyways, I was being a respectable fisherman about it. I enjoy the outdoors. I try to preserve them as much as possible while enjoying them. That's like I was disappointed that fish broke off. I like making sure everything I catch is well taken care of, whether I'm keeping it or letting it go. A lot of times, I'm probably talking too much. A lot of times this draw I got the camera pointed down into, there's whitetail coming through here. I got a feeding plot down there they tend to come to. Well, it's not a feeding plot, it's a natural spot where, I don't even know what it is. It's some type of plant that grows underneath the cedars that they like to eat. Some type of grass or something. It's been there since I first started coming here. Man, Florida, I've also fished in Florida for sharks. Florida is very cheap when it comes to out-of-state fishing. I had like a week long, or no, it was 14 days saltwater fishing license for like $12. It cost $12 for me to get a 1-day Missouri fishing license. I'm pretty sure Kansas's 1-days might even be more expensive than Missouri's. We're dumb about stuff like that. I pay $30 a year just to have an in-state fishing license. My friend was telling me it's a lot cheaper in some other states. I think it's our tourism. Most people don't usually come to Kansas for vacations. There's really not a lot in most of the state. As you can see, like, I live in probably one of the better parts where there's actually trees and a little bit of elevation. Majority of the state's just hills and nothingness. The rain's starting to calm back down again, though. That's good. I'm already up to 42% on battery. I get up to 50% if this rain stops. Throw the mic back in and go try to catch another one of those bass, or maybe something different. I need to find something to use as live bait. I wish I'd brought my shovel with me. I could probably take one of these sticks or a green stick or something and use it and maybe dig up a worm or something out of this dam. I don't know. Try to clear us out a spot right here. I'm kind of glad the rain came. I was getting drilled by some mosquitoes earlier. I was really starting to regret my decision to not bring any bug spray with me. That's a huge mistake. I was doing some exploring down here in this dip in front of here the other day, and I was finding bottles. I didn't find anything super interesting, but apparently, I guess just like with anything, there's people who collect bottles. And if you can find like old 1880s, 1890s, early 1900s bottles, they can be worth a lot of money, like old medicine bottles, whiskey bottles. People like to clean them and relabel them and stuff. Oh, I have family from Humphreys, Arkansas, and some friends that live in Monticello. I love Arkansas. It's beautiful too. It and Missouri both. There's a lot more stuff for people who are into the outdoors than where I live, that's for sure. I could see why Colorado, though. I don't know about Illinois and Nebraska. I wonder why they're expensive. I guess Illinois has a lot of rivers and stuff, but Colorado makes sense. They're just expensive in general, I guess, because they're such a touristy state. The Buffalo River. I'm gonna have to go back through the chat and take all these places you're naming and write them down and Google them. Look at some images on Google Maps. I'm due for a trip somewhere, especially if we can get some weather that's not 102 all day long. I mean, because I'll deal with that, but I'm more of a... I like it when it's down in the 70s, or even... I'll take it all the way down into the 30s at night, because you can just wear more clothes as sleeping bags to camp. But man, when it's still 85, 88 degrees and humid, it's hard to sleep. Yeah, it surprised me too, but I guess it's just like anything. It's history, like, that's from an era where we were known for making things, and nowadays we don't make anything, it feels like, anymore. The heritage we have behind a lot of stuff like that is going to be gone forever because America doesn't make anything, it feels like. That's probably too political for this type of a channel anyways, but I'm not a real political person anyways. I just believe that not producing your own goods is a bad idea. What are we up to battery-wise? 45%? Throw the mic back on. Eleven Point is a class 1-2 river. It's got white cap waters. Ooh, yeah. I'm a pretty good swimmer, but there's definitely some sketch involved with some of that stuff. It never changed. The quality sounds the same. So was my mic not working the first time? That's kind of strange. Maybe YouTube wasn't even using my mic to begin with. Here, let's plug this back in and see if that sounds any different. Probably not, huh? Probably the same audio for the whole entire time. Never cut out, huh? That's a good thing. It's kind of calmed down a little bit. I'm gonna get an old sipper out of the canteen, and then I'm gonna go do a little bit of exploring. Oh, you can hear a difference. Okay. That's good to know. I was like, well, maybe my default mic's just that good of quality. Go down this cliff here and try not to slide down and die. It's wet. Let's see. Yeah, here's some of those bottles over here, actually. Oh, yeah, it blocks out some of the extra noise, yeah. I've been piling some of this stuff up because I plan on getting it out of here at some point. Like this, I believe this is just your typical old mason jar. I don't know nothing about dating jars like this or anything. It's not broken or nothing. This, to me, I don't know what this is. Do you have any idea what that is? I was thinking maybe an older style of beer bottle. I found 3 or 4 of them like that, plus some broken ones. I'm actually probably gonna go grab the poncho. It doesn't feel like it's raining very much, but there's no reason for me to get absolutely drenched. Then I have to change to get dried off. I'll hop under here real quick. Come here, poncho. Man, it was really tucked away in there good. Okay. One second, I'm gonna set you on the ground. Set you right there. Yeah, definitely nice to have access to Siri and Google. They know everything about everything. Oh boy, we might be getting I might be getting too far away from any good connection down here. We'll see how the audio pans out. That's a... What is this? Coke can. With some interesting holes in it. We'll leave that there. That's right back by where my camp is. In fact, I see another one over here. We're going to add it to the pile. That one is a bush cane. There were some people at one point having some fun back here. Amazing how much trash you find in the strangest places. Oh, there's another couple of those red mushrooms I seen earlier. Here's another time where I need to ask Siri or Google about. I'm curious what these are. They're the most vibrant red I've ever seen. Vibrant to the point where I do not want to touch them because I did not mean to break that off, but those look like something that would be pretty deadly. You probably wouldn't want to eat it, I would imagine. At least that's what I always tend to associate stuff with that bright of a coloration. Poisonous for sure, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. They looked gnarly. I do find morels back here sometimes. Obviously, I don't find morels in August, but I find them back here in the springtime. Go over this way. Trekking through the trees. Red means stop. Yeah, that's a good saying for sure. I can't think of anything that I would find in nature that I would be messing with that was red. I mean, obviously we eat certain vegetables and fruits that are red, but we know enough about those. Most of the time when something's red or bright blue, a strange color like that, it doesn't mean it's good for you. Would you look at that? We found us a little female box turtle. That's actually kind of funny. Yeah, I guess if somebody had to try one at one point, wouldn't they? Or did we not eat them until we could test stuff like that? Maybe, who knows? But they probably had the village idiot go, "Hey, see if that tastes any good or not." She's gonna hide. She ain't gonna want to come out. I spooked her. She was out when I walked up on her. Got some deer sign, deer tracks. That's a large shell. Dead snapping turtle. I believe if I walk too much farther in that direction, we're probably going to lose the live altogether. We'll go back this way and see if we can find anything else. Not seeing any more bottles or anything. An old filing cabinet. What's over here? Thought I seen a turtle egg for a second. That is not a turtle egg. That is a golf ball. How in the world did a golf ball end up back here? Happy Gilmore or Tiger Woods must have got a hold of that one. Not exactly sure. What to do with this? We'll just keep it, I guess. We're coming back up the dam. This rain has cleared up and pushed a lot of that algae down to the bottom, though. Or some of it's still floating over there, but the water actually looks cleaner now than it did when I arrived here. trying to decide if I want to try to catch some more fish. There's a vine stuck here. A vine stuck there. Wow, that's almost impossible to see. My bank line's awful thin. Yeah, I really came into this live with not much of a plan other than to just kind of chill and hang out for a while on a Sunday. Just more so just to test the live function on YouTube out. Because I do plan on setting all this up now that I have the ability to bring all the camera stuff, keep it charged up. I'm on some of these camping trips, be able to do some longer and better content. What dang old booby traps, yep. It's a booby trap. Unfortunately for me, my time is limited today. I wish I could stay out here and camp, to be honest, but I have to work at 4 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Good old joys of life. So I'm probably going to end the live here in a second and then pack some of this stuff up. Maybe cast a few more times and work my way out of here. I do appreciate you coming into the live though and liking it and commenting. And Cleveland, the other guy that was in here too, appreciate him too. If he's still in here, I don't think he is, but I didn't honestly know if anybody would show up. So even just having one person was cool, appreciate it. And I will be on here another time soon. Probably throw up a schedule or something beforehand. Maybe try to get some YouTube videos put up to help draw some people in. But I appreciate you watching. I'm gonna peace out for now. Later.